My name is Judy Gishoya. I'm going to speak to you about concept dictionaries. And before we start this session, I want to give you a recent tale where I went to Amsterdam. I wonder how many of you have been traveling. And every time you go to a new place, you have to learn how to speak a new language, for things that you already know. And so in medicine, this is the same concept, where we have terminologies that represent a single phenomenon like cough, and this may be different in the Spanish language, it may be different in the English language, Swahili, and all the other possible languages. And so several groups of people have come together to describe the various terms that can be used for representing language in medicine. One of them is the SNOMED, and SNOMED represents more of clinical terms, while drugs are represented by a classification system known as RX-norm. The WHO presents ICD-10, and primary physicians have come together to produce a new system called ICPC. Laboratory values are represented in LOINC, and radiology values are represented as RADEX. So you can imagine you have 6 various classification systems that you could use, and you have your single OpenMRS instance. So how do you unify that and make a system that's possible to use within your OpenMRS instance? So here is how the CL dictionary comes into place. And what you can think about, you have all these classification systems, all the 6 of them, and there are multiple others. And on top of them, you have a CL dictionary, which is an interface terminology that unifies one term that is mapped to all the different 6 terms. And just to show you a better understanding of the dictionary, this is an older version of OpenMRS that we're using here, and this works as our terminology service. And so once you log in, we have a big tab called Dictionary. And here, let's say I came in with a cough. So you can search for cough, and you can see the various types of terminologies that are pulled up when it comes to cough. So let's say we just had a cough. And in this case, you can see that this is a diagnosis. And previously you could say whether the patient had, cough as a coded response. And you can see the various terminologies where these are mapped to, including SNOMED, ICD-10, and ICPC2 codes. And in this case, OpenMRS tells you which questions are being answered by this concept. And in your local instance, you may even map up which forms are being used in this, using this concept. And so if you look at this top portion, we have various languages where we've translated the concept dictionary. If you look at the Spanish local, this is the equivalent of cough. And, if, let's say, you're working in Indonesia or in Dutch, then this is the translation. So that's how the concept dictionary works. And we present a unified list which serves as a starting point that you can either map new requests. The correct practice should be to send a new request for a term to Dr. Andy Cantor or me. And if it's deemed to be appropriate, then we add it to the dictionary and you can receive it from the next release. Other people may find very localized terms and may implement those on their own. The challenge of doing that is if you map the wrong thing, you cannot be able to use your dictionary or your system to answer clinical questions or make it more useful for other people. I'm just going to show you a quick example of how to create a new concept. Remember, I discourage this. You enter a name and you can enter a short name. You should probably create this in the locale in English and then provide this in Spanish locale, or you can create it just as a primary name in Spanish locale. There are different classes for concepts, which include a procedure, drugs, diagnosis, anatomy. So you need a little bit of clinical domain expertise to understand what concept you're creating. And then you have to think about what type of data will you be collecting, and this is what determines the data type. And sometimes OpenMRS presents a way to group things together so that you're not searching through a big dictionary. And this is where you use the concept, this option of isset. And then remember to always do your mapping so that you make your dictionary more scalable and you're able to use standard practice for using your dictionary. Thank you.